Hey guys, Jason CV Custom. So I'm doing this video for everybody who's following this truck, for all my subscribers who are wondering why it's been a month since I posted a video. So basically, I got an old friend, customer, asked me to help him with harvest this year, and I've been harvesting pistachios for a solid month. So my videos have kind of stopped for a second, but I'm 1 week away from finishing and all the videos are coming back. We got the adapter to put the engine to the transmission that we're going to put in this truck. Front clip's coming off. We're going to get it set in the frame. We're doing all that stuff. We're just doing it next week. So just wanted to let you guys know I'm not gone, and I just got really busy for a month. But I'm also showing you what a buddy of mine dropped off. He's up in Washington. I'm down in California. So he sent this from Washington down here to me so I can make sure it's a good truck for him and everything. If you guys are into the tall boys, this is a great truck. So we're gonna go take a look at this truck and see what it's about. All right, guys. So what we got here is a 74 tall boy. One of my best friends moved to Washington and left me here in California. He's kind of a punk, but it's cool. We'll help him out. He sent it down from Washington so I could make sure she's ready to go. I think they put some rubber on it because they drug it down here on a dolly. But it's a long bed tall boy. I'm not an expert on tall boys. I know to be a tall boy, it's got to be a 250 because the 150s are low boys. So this is a 250. That means 3/4 ton. And it sets really tall. It's got a, well, let's pop the hood so you can see it. It does have a 360. All right, hang on, guys. Okay, so the trick was I needed two hands to push down on the hood while I pulled out the lever right here. So not too hard to open up, but it's got a Ford 360. It's got an NP 435. So it's a 4-speed. The transfer case, let's back up. Let's look at the truck real quick, and then we'll take a look at the transfer case. It's honestly, for being a Washington truck, it's pretty solid. I did notice some cancer right there. You look at the door. Door's a little rough. Bed's got a hole. But I'll tell you, for being from Washington, that's actually pretty solid. So back up. Looks pretty good. The front axle's a Dana 44. It's got a Dana 60 in the rear. This thing should clean up pretty good. Let's I just started thinking, let's see what's in the toolbox. These little toolboxes are neat. The toolbox still looks pretty solid. It actually looks like these are made of plastic, so that's pretty cool. So they won't cancer out. I'm sure that's a quality air filter or oil filter. Motor oil. SAE 30. I really don't think that's the right oil for this truck. But okay. Come on, dude. All right, there we go. Does have the overload springs, so you put some weight on this thing and it can handle it. That's cool. I actually, when I'm building trucks, I like to get rid of the overload springs and add the load bags. It just makes it ride nicer, and it's just the way I like to do it. Look at that transfer case. That looks to me like an MP 205. Divorced, obviously, so there's a drive line going from the transmission to the transfer case, and then driveline going from the transfer case to the rear end, and a driveline going from the transfer case to the front end. Now you see that the driveline doesn't exist right here. It was actually something that U-Haul made them do. For them to put it on a dolly, they had to remove the rear driveline, so it's actually sitting in the cab. All right, let's finish the walk around. We'll start taking a look at the inside of the cab. Like I said, the truck seems to be in great shape. I expected a lot worse coming from Washington State. It's a little unexpected that it's not cancered out. So even the cab You know, that's a key place to look, but you look and it doesn't look bad. It needs to be cleaned up. Now the goal, like what I'm doing to this truck, I will not be restoring this truck. I'm going to make it mechanically sound so he can do the rest of the restoration. He just needed somebody he trusted to make sure everything was right. Of course, this is a bunch of grill pieces. It had a CV, you see that over there? Dash looks good. What does it say for mileage? I don't know if you guys can make that out, but it looks to me like 78,000. Could be original. And of course, the story he got, it was running when it was parked, right? That's what everybody says. I think here in a second, we'll get it over to the pressure washer and kind of see how she cleans up. One of the things I want to change is the power steering system. See, that's a non-power steering box. But you see the power steering pump, right? So you think that it has power steering. Well, it actually has power assist. So the way it works is there's this cylinder right here, and this cylinder, essentially what these hoses are doing is it's getting a signal of which direction you want to turn from the box, and then it sends hydraulic pressure to a hydraulic cylinder to help you steer. And a lot of people swear by them, and honestly it's not a bad system. It's a very inefficient system, and there is an aftermarket kit that upgrades that and basically makes it a traditional power steering system. And you can see with this thing already leaking, this piece right here is the biggest fail point. The cylinder, honestly, and you look, it's not even leaking over there. The cylinder is fine. This piece right here is always what leaks. It's getting all the beating. Anytime this wheel's hitting bumps and moving around, that thing's getting the beating. So to make this thing right, I've already talked to my buddy. I was like, we really need to just upgrade this system to a traditional power steering system. And I'm not even going to do crossover. We can keep it factory. But, I mean, crossover is also really nice for other reasons if you're going to off-road this thing. But he likes to do logging and a lot of outdoor woodsy stuff. So he's not going to like really extreme off-road this thing. So having the crossover steering is not like a big benefit to him. But having a fully functioning power steering system is a big deal to him. So we will definitely be knocking that out. He does already have the power brakes. So he's got disc in the front, drum in the back. So he's got a good braking system. The 4360 is a very solid engine. We're probably going to put a carburetor on it for him just so he has no issues. He is going to take this truck and drive it to Washington. So the radiator looks like it's just been replaced. But because he's going to take this truck and drive it to Washington, I'm going to change the thermostat. Looks like that's a brand new radiator hose. I'm going to check all of his hoses, and I'm going to get the radiator tanked, flushed. We're going to make sure this thing is absolutely mechanically sound so it can make the trip. So that's the truck. I'm going to get it over to the pressure washer real quick, and we'll see how it cleans up. And yeah, we'll go from there. But big thing, guys, see the Hallmark truck way there, over there in the background. Hallmark truck is coming next week. I just need a little bit of time, guys. I've been rushed. But let's get this thing cleaned up and see how she looks. Hey guys, so we got it cleaned up, and the biggest thing that I'm going to tell my buddy is he probably needs a tailgate. The rest of the truck looks pretty solid. A little bit of sheet metal work from the rust. It did come from Washington. But yeah, next video we're going to get this thing running. We're probably going to pull the fuel tank, get it cleaned, new fuel lines, like I said, radiator hoses, go through all the cooling. Got to make sure that this thing can go from California to Washington and not have a problem. After that, he can have problems and he can call me and tell me about them, because it is a very old truck. But I need to know he's going to make it to Washington. So you guys like the video, like, subscribe. You'll see more of this. Again, guys, we're getting right back on that 56. I'm finishing pistachios in 1 week, and you'll get more videos. Yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one.